Yeah, another charming day. Charming. And yes, another video on dystopia. Poop. The poop of life. Still back here. Okay. Anyway, the manure of life. Yes. Well, it's just all this damn perception thing, you know. What's the difference between the half glass, half full, whatever, pessimism, optimism, blah, blah, blah? Isn't there some way to cut through all this bullshit and get to the truth of the matter? You know, there's a truth out there, fuckers. But anyway, yeah, I'm not responding to anybody in particular, but, you know, I did watch a couple of Professor Anton videos, and it was the same old yammer. Death is but life intensified and folded inwardly, or some kind of babble like that. And conference report was basically, well, that's the consolation of being an atheist. You already know you're a zombie, and yeah, so everything's okay. Because yes, you're the Walking Dead. Whatever. Whatever. You can't make anything out of this stuff. So I'm just going to go with a simple thing, you know, personal experience shit. Yeah, there was a time in my life where I just woke up every day and just did your thing. You didn't even think about, well, how do I feel? Am I having a good day or a bad day? And so life was pretty easy. And then, I don't know, sometime in my teens, I started getting kind of uncomfortable. I just didn't feel good. And, you know, maybe it was school, maybe it was a lot of things. But, yeah, I started waking up thinking about, how do I feel today? How, you know, do I feel like really throwing up or just a little bit like throwing up? And so I started doing this empathy thing because all of a sudden I knew what it was to feel like shit all the time, almost. And so I remember reading, I used to get these Time Life books in the mail, and my parents signed me up, and it was kind of good. You know, family thing, but, you know, whatever. I was the only one who read them. And there was one called The Mind. And I remember it was a really good book. I mean, it had different, you know, it went into different functions of your brain and the parts and stuff and optical illusions, different things. But it had these images, these drawn images of people in the nut house. Ooh, spooky, horrible, really bad. Passerby. Hey, pup. Hey. Okay, little beastly dog. Pit bull in it. I can see it. I can see the pit bull in him. Anyway, fucking goddamn breed. Anyway, so you know, I got these books and I remember those images. Just, you know, it's one of those moments in your life where something just sticks. You know, and I just stuck. And you know, because they had these pictures from like the 1700s when they put the crazy people in little cages because they were so unmanageable. And you know, they just, you know, the artist had drawn these faces of perfect anguish and insanity, and it was you know, that's when I started doing this, or not started, but at least that's when you know, a moment I can identify, where I start to identify with these other human beings. And I started thinking, what if I was that person? What if I had to live that life? Holy shit, not good. And so as miserable as I was thinking, oh, fuck. You know, this could really get bad. And didn't really comfort me. Misery doesn't really love comfort and company. I think that's a bullshit line. You know, it's just another one of those cliches. Misery loves company. No. You know, misery is made more miserable the more misery you put around misery. There's no benefit from... at least it did me no good to contemplate not only am I miserable, but there's even worse misery out there. This is just fucking, it's bullshit. And so anyway, getting back to the present, it's like yesterday I had one of those moments you have where you're just having a light philosophical conversation with somebody, and you just kind of get on the vague subject of, well, life is kind of bullshit. And they were one of course, the glass is always half full. It's never half empty. You know, it's just like, oh, nature is so beautiful, and every little piece of it I love. Oh, I just marvel and marvel, blah, 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 blah. You have to, you know, that kind of crap. You have to You just have to, as if my psychology is the broken psychology. Yes, if you're finding fault with the spectacular pageantry, then somehow you're broken, and you just need to get unbroken. Ugh, it's just so insufferable. But the Pollyannas rule the world, of course, because they breed. And so that's what we're stuck with. But it's a bullshit dynamic. It's a bullshit argument. Oh, it's this whole thing. Like, some asshole has a passion to climb Mount Everest. You're like, yeah, right. It's been done already, asshole. What's the accomplishment beyond your subjective self-obsession with a non-event, or however you want to describe it? I mean, it's just complete bullshit. But that'll justify anything. It'll justify wasted suffering, pointless expenditure. It's just for nothing. This is the dynamic of life. And this sitting back and just saying, oh, well, let the games begin, kind of laissez-faire attitude. Like, well, it's just doing its thing. It doesn't worry me any. Well, I don't know how it doesn't worry a rational brain. How does a rational brain escape the rational equation that all of this has to be accounted for? You can't just look at one little cabbage's life and say, oh, that cabbage has a spectacular life. You have to look at the whole fucking patch and what's happening to the whole patch. And you have to blend it all together somehow into a definition of quality. And I think if you do that with the human experience over the history of the human experience, you come up with a shitty brown color that is, just repugnant, a stinky load of manure. There's just no way, even if you have some perfect little strawberries or something, some little perfect kiwi fruit, you're mixing it in a bowl of crap, absolute crap. And when you're done mixing, the end result is not something edible. It's not something rational human beings should be saying, oh yes, this is just fine. Let's keep playing this game. Oh, a little horror and angst, so what? It's even a conversation about death. I mean, I have to pwn a couple of Onision videos. Fucking idiot. But, everybody separates death from dying. You can't separate the two fucking events. And then even conference reports, again, it's this, oh, my mother was a nurse, and she saw people die. It was always just wonderful and happy, and there was balloons and celebration, and blah, 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 blah. Well, I've seen people die, too, and what they do is suffocate, and there ain't nothing pleasant about it. And sometimes they take 5 or 6 years to get to the suffocation part, where they're completely and horrifically miserable. So let's not take dying out of the death equation, please. Shit. This is so fucking stupid. Obviously, we die every night. We go to sleep, we're gone, we're dead. Being dead is a non-event. Dying is a fucking event. This animation, this organism compelled to survive, it letting go of life is a fucking event. It doesn't do it easily. It resists it. Every little cell, it's almost like the movie The Thing, where the little blood cells were all alive, trying to save themselves. Yeah, we're made that way. We're almost every bit of us is eking out, man. Fighting for it. And that's the nature of the beast. And it's the stupid nature. It's fucking idiotic. Yeah, maybe you're comfortable and happy. Great. I'm really happy for you. If we could, clone you and make everybody like you and everybody be just happy, then great. Go ahead. Play your game. But until then, have some fucking respect for the fucking suffering. Have respect for the mediocrity. the pain, the price paid for this shit. This is not some kind of Pollyanna, don't worry, be happy event. It's just not. Bastards. Noisy garbage truck coming. Alright, probably enough of a video. It's always enough. I'm gonna run. Yeah, I did it. Wow, I ran across the street. That's reason to live right there. I ran across the street. Oh, it was fun. Oh, spectacular. I ran across the street. It was so fucking spectacular. Da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-doo. Got all... Oh, look. Oh, a little dandelion flower. Oh, that was so intense. Yeah, spectacular. Oh, look, waterfall. Fuck. The end.